The slot man in motion right. Here's Gibson to start the drive. Down the sideline he goes. And he will step out of bounds all the way down at the 40-yard line. A big hitter. That one goes for 40 yards. Opening quarter, his opening carry of the game, and I think they'll give it to him a few more times, as they should.
You're exactly right about that. With that type of a run, you want to repeat it many times until they show signs of stopping it. I think he did his visualization exercise before this one, and they're paying off.
On first down, right back to Gibson. And fights through one man. And they'll get this to the 30-yard line before crossing over out of bounds. 50 yards rushing for him as he's got the afternoon off to a great start. If you start assessing what went wrong last week, Charles, in their loss, had nothing to do with the ground game. They ran it well.
And you also have to say to yourself as a team, don't go away from what worked. That's not the reason the game was lost. Running the football over time, when you do it consistently, usually translates into wins.
And they're open to do it consistently here. Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. Here's 2nd and 10. First carry of the game for Brian Robinson. And he's going to get this pretty close to the first down marker at the Giants' 22. They need 2. Here's 3rd down. Howell going to audible to something else. On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he'll be out of bounds, taking it just shy of the 10 at the 11 or the 12. Give him 10 yards there as this offense is on a roll. This drive continues to plunge forward. From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. A give up the middle to Gibson. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11.
At the Giants' 13-yard line.
And that is caught. Touchdown, Washington. Hunter Henry. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Commanders are on the board first here this afternoon. Extra point right down the middle. And that makes the score 7-0. Washington kick team back out there now as they will send this one away. Simms going to go ahead and hold on to this one, and they'll start at the 25.
At their own 25-yard line.
Jones and the Giants now with a 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. They'll try and start this drive in the air. Escaping the pressure right. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Big yardage there on the scramble. It gets him a 1st down.
Well, that turned out better than most of the passes he could have thrown on that snap. The coverage downfield was excellent, but the containment close to home left him a backdoor escape, and they paid dearly for not locking up.
In Washington territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 46. And they see right through that defensively as he'll be hit and taken down to the backfield. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. The Giants at 2-7 now on the year. They've lost 3 straight here. It kind of goes without saying, I guess, but they could certainly use a win.
Yeah, no doubt about that. There's a difference between a losing stretch and a losing streak, and right now, they're not playing their best football, but if they were to fall here, and now you're looking at going 4 games without a win, things can start compounding themselves pretty quickly from this point forward.
Jalen Hyatt was the intended target, and it's 3rd down. We'll see what they have drawn up here. A little bit behind the line. 12 yards needed to gain a 1st down. You talk about this Washington defense. Right now they're ranked number 29 in the NFL against the pass, so 4th from the bottom, Charles.
And even though that's not the greatest ranking in the world, one thing you can say, they get after the quarterback. They're in the top 10 in the league in sacks.
On 4th down, here's Jamie Gillen on to punt. And just a single punt for him in the loss last week as he sends this one away. And this will hit just beyond the goal line as it's into the end zone for a touchback. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. They have to be thrilled with that first drive that got them the touchdown. Now they'll be looking to make it a 2-score advantage here on the road.
And you know they spent all week in practice, in meetings, talking about taking an early advantage. Being the road team, going up a score, that takes the crowd out of the game and puts some doubt in the minds of their opponents.
And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. Now they'll audible to something else. Off play action. It's Howell. That one downfield for Dotson. Oh, that's into a double team, and it's intercepted. It's Deontay Banks with it. And the Giants are going to take possession here at their own 33. It's almost like you can see the look of frustration on his face. 4 interceptions last week. We talked about it all week. What did he do wrong? And another one here in the first half.
And you can understand the frustration. You actually feel his pain a little bit. But the worst thing he can do is what you're seeing right now, showing the other team that he's frustrated. All they're going to do is double their efforts to make him even more frustrated. He's got to gather himself, compose himself, and keep fighting.
Well, he talked a lot about erasing that loss last week, getting back in the win column. We'll see how he responds. He'll be taken down well behind the line, and I think he might have just given those 4 yards right back. He lost 4 there, and it's 3rd down.
When a draw works, it can be a thing of beauty. But when it doesn't, oh, it can be ugly. And in this case, loss of yardage ugly.
The threat of a second straight punt to start the game is looming as they come up 3rd and 10. Throwing Jones. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Cameron Curl. And a super return as he gets us all the way down inside the 25-yard line.
And I think this is a situation where quarterback coach on the sideline is going to talk to a signal caller and say, listen, it's 3rd and long, and it's still early in the game. Let's not force things here. If we don't feel good about it, let's just check something down and punt the football.
On 1st and 10, it's Gibson. He'll get this down to the 21, just on the edge of the red zone. 2nd and 7.
Isaiah Simmons on the tackle. It's a pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd and 7 at the 21-yard line.
Here's Howell. Touchdown, Washington. Hunter Henry. 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And the Commanders are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Extra point splits the uprights, and that'll make the score 14-0. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. Sims going to go ahead and hold on to this one, and they'll start at the 25. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. They find themselves in a good-sized hole here, and a good-sized hole early on in this game as they come up on first down. Oh, and his early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted. Picked off by Benjamin St-Juste. Now the return here is stopped at the 35-yard line.
Well, they're certainly not giving much help to their defense, are they? Because for the second time now, that D has had to run back out on the field early after an interception. And remember, on the last drive, the opposing side took it in for 6 after that interception.
Well, Hal's going to mix it up here. They go play action here on first down. And this is incomplete. Very lucky to get that one back. That nearly picked. It's second down now. These two teams met in our nation's capital earlier this season with the Commanders picking up the win at FedEx Field. So they're looking for another win here at MetLife Stadium to take the season series 2-zip. On second down, a run with Gibson. Fighting him off. And they're able to get this one past the 30 down to the 25.
Tackled at the 25-yard line. It's a gain of 10. First down, Washington.
They'll throw on first down. Here's Hal. Oh, the turnover fest continues. Here's another interception. Picked off by Aaron Robinson. And the Giants are going to take over once again with a football at their own 20-yard line. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And for this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive, because remember last time out they threw the interception on the very first play.
And you can't afford to let this defense keep building any more momentum. They're playing awfully well, and they're awfully confident right now. To me, it's time to attack and take some of that momentum back. But make sure you're selective in doing so. Understand where you want to throw the football and make sure it's open before the ball leaves your hands.
Now Jones sliding out of the pocket. And seeing no options, he just tosses this one away, incomplete. Now that'll bring up second down. You talk about this Washington defense. Right now they're ranked number 29 in the NFL against the pass, so 4th from the bottom, Charles.
They're in the bottom 10 in the league. I mean, when you look at their talent, you would think that they'd be much better. Overall, I don't think there's any question you'd have to say that they've underachieved.
Now a 2nd and 10. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. Able to find Gray here. And he goes out right around the 39. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1. Looked like a pretty good, safe play right there. No, he's had trouble with the interceptions in this game there. Hits his guy out in the flat.
And so many times we hear quarterbacks and offensive coordinators talk about in your progressions, you're either throwing the touchdown or you're throwing the check down. But earlier in the game, it was touchdown or interception. Now he got to the check down, a nice safe throw, and a good one.
So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down. Handoff now. It's Gray with it. And he will be very close to a first down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means 4th down. And now we're going to get a timeout called by the Washington defense. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. So in their own territory, but they only need a few inches, so they're going to opt to go for this thing. We'll see. Maybe a surprise pass or run. What will they do? We're about to find out. 4th down. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. They only needed a few inches, but still some anxious moments there, but they do convert on 4th. That 4th down decision, unconventional but effective, and they indeed come up now with a 1st and 10, a fresh set of downs. And this pass caught by Gray. Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. And a nice gain of 21 yards. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Operating from the gun, Jones. And that'll be off the mark, too far out in front, and it's incomplete.
Yeah, their back's up against the wall a little bit, and they come through by forcing an incompletion. Now they've got to continue to ratchet up the intensity a couple more times and get off the field before giving up any more yardage.
From the 34, they'll come to the line on 2nd and 10. Back to throw again. Flushed out right. That ball caught by Slayton. And they're going to have another 1st down here as the tackle's made at Washington's 19. A solid gain of 15 yards and the sticks move. So here's a 1st and 10 now down inside the 20. Again, he'll drop to throw. And oh, it'll be intercepted. Picked off by Quan Martin. And the Commanders are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. It's been a good first half so far. They're up 14-0. Points here, they could really put them in command before intermission.
Yeah, and it's all well and good what they're seeing and how they're feeling right now. But this is the NFL. How many times have we watched 14-0 leads evaporate and quickly? So have we seen them combat it? Continue to run your offense, but don't back off at all. Don't start looking at the clock. Don't start thinking about, hey, just take care of the football. Keep attacking. Usually the best way to maintain control.
Now problems right out of the gate. We're going to get a delay. So they accept the penalty, of course, and push the offense backwards a bit. Now they need 15 yards on this series after the delay of game. 1st and 15. Straight ahead, Gibson. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
And that's what I'd like to see out of this defense, a little fire, a little toughness. It hasn't been the best first half for them, but they did do a nice job there forcing a loss on that play.
Second down, Howell now. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And that's caught inside the 35. So how about this for a change in field position? From inside the 10, here's 1st down on the other side of the field. Howell changing the play here. Gibson here running out of the gun. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. After the loss, they'll come up 2nd and 13. Back to throw, Howell. And that is incomplete.
Tremendous field position there at a perfect time to do exactly what they did. Take a shot at the end zone. And they went for the big play, just unable to complete it.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Throwing here, Howell. Eluding the pressure right. He throws it on the move, but can't connect as that falls incomplete.
I think it's safe to say that he's made some questionable decisions out there so far. Forced some throws into tight coverage. He's already been picked off in this game. 4th down now, but he was fortunate on that one not to have another turnover on his ledger.
And I don't think this has the carry. It does not. It's no good. And this will remain a 2-touchdown game.
NFL kickers nowadays, they make things look so easy because normally from this range, about 2 out of 3. And this is not an easy kick.
Yeah, 20 years ago, you get where he was in that 50 range, maybe a little over. And it's a big kick, but now we just, if they leave it short, you're like, whoa, what happened? And that's what we have here.
Yeah, you're right. 20 years ago, we were saying run some more plays and get closer. Now we think they're definitely within range, and you're exactly right. When it comes up short, there has to be something that went wrong because they have plenty of leg.
And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. That's good for 21 yards and a 1st down.
Exactly what they needed right there because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Back to throw. Jones. His throw incomplete. So another incompletion there. He's hitting on fewer than half his pass attempts in this one, and that is not a winning formula.
Yeah, so let's make sure we give a little bit of credit to the defense here. They've given him a lot to think about, a lot of different looks, and he seems a little bit confused trying to complete passes.
To throw again on 2nd down. Jones. Hyatt able to make the catch downfield. Touchdown, Giants. Jalen Hyatt, 38 yards. And the Giants are back within a score. Lutz good on the extra point. And that'll make our score 14-7.
Commanders 14, Giants 7.
This game back within a touchdown now as the kickoff's away. And this is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone.
Jahan Dotson on the return. Washington takes over 1st and 10 at their own 16-yard line.
The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. Last time out, they had that long 50-plus yard field goal that they missed.
And I'm sure on their sideline they're thinking to themselves, okay, do we still want to try one if we're in that position again? And I would dare say that the answer would be yes. They're going to have a lot of confidence in their kicker. But just to be on the safe side, I'm sure they told their offensive guys, can we get a little bit closer this time?
Closer.
Yeah, you know, I'd rather get in the end zone first and foremost. But if all else fails, less of a field goal attempt for him.
On 1st down, Howell. Going to be caught downfield by Dotson. And out of bounds on the other side of midfield at the 45. That one nearly 30 yards, 29 officially.
I know we just saw a nice throwing catch, but how about the big guys up front buying that time? Yeah, that's exactly what they did. They created time and allowed the space to happen, and it turned into a really nice play.
We've hit the 2-minute mark of the 2nd quarter, 14-7. On 1st and 10, it's Robinson. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground. But I think the play gets made by the defensive front. Because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
Now he'll look to throw it. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
That incompletion certainly makes this upcoming third down a little bit more crucial. They need to find the right play to convert here and maybe start to tamp down a little bit of momentum the other side is starting to gain.
And they'll need to get to the 35 if they want to keep this drive going on third down. Powell. He's going to look downfield for Henry. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up fourth down. So on fourth down, Washington going to call on R2SB to punt it away. Only 2 punts for him last week in the loss as he gets this one away. And a little too much mustard on that one. It hits a couple yards into the end zone. A missed opportunity there maybe to pin him back. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to get points out of this drive, and they need them right now because they're trailing.
Yeah, this is exactly why you practice a 2-minute drill all through camp and at least one practice each week before a game. A minute left, more than enough time to string a few completions together, reach the end zone, and then make that walk back to the locker room just a little more animated.
From the 24, Jones flush to his right. Now this thrown deep for Slayton. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's third down.
And they're not going to go quietly into this halftime break. They know they're in for a fight, so they're trying to make every possession count. They took the big shot there, but it winds up incomplete.
So after the second down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. Operating from the gun, Jones. He's going to go up top again. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Benjamin St-Juste. And the Commanders are going to have it here just past the 25. They are in an interception mood on defense. Had 2 nice interceptions a week ago. Now 2 here in the first half.
Yeah, we call it ball hawking. And the only way to truly be good ball hawks is not guessing. It's not just simply anticipation. It's study and understanding what they like to do and beating them to the spot and creating big plays.
Well, they're watching the film, and it's working. They'll go play action. Howell. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's second down.
Early on, the running game's been working well, and the offensive line has been pleased by that. The thought process there, catch those safeties creeping up, trying to help against the running game. They tried to hit them over the top, unsuccessfully.
Once again, they'll come up on the 26-yard line, 2nd and 10. Howell from the gun. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
This defense has passed its first 2 tests by forcing back-to-back incompletions. They know there's probably another throw coming on third down. Let's see if they decide to force the issue by sending people on a blitz.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10. Howell going to audible to something else. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. And too much juice. It'll be out of bounds, incomplete. I don't know, he had to be pretty quick with his fingers to start and stop after the ball hit the ground. I'm giving him some credit.
No, I'm thinking about the mental focus, you know?
Yeah.
The mental focus.
Yeah, that's true.
Got to stay with it.
That's true. And this returnable for Sims. Call that a 44-yard punt, 5 on the return. And control of the football switching hands with very little time remaining until the half. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Now 2nd and 9.
20-yard gain. Brings up 2nd and 9 at the 35-yard line.
Operating from the gun, Jones. Completed to Hyatt. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. 60 catches for him now on the year. This last one, a first down. And he's top 5 in the league in terms of receiving yardage because of plays like that. What have you seen from him on film that you like so much?
Well, I'll strip away everything else and get to what we call the moment of truth. When the ball's arriving and there's a defender there, he just comes down with the ball. He competes and takes it away. Great hands, great ability to finish the catch.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. I hate to say it, Charles, but the way that he has played in this first half, you just kind of hold your breath every time he drops back to pass.
Yeah, you might be holding your breath, but those guys on the defensive side of the ball, they've got big smiles on their faces. He's handing out picks like the people just leave the candy out at Halloween and you take what you want. They're having a blast out there playing against him today.
Jones, a throw completed to Hyatt. And they're going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at Washington's 35. So 2 quarters down, 2 remain. Charles and I return after the break. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. A 1-touchdown ball game, 14-7 our scores. We get back at it on EA Sports. Sim's going to go ahead and hold on to this one, and they'll start at the 25. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And they trail here to begin the second half. What's going to be a key for them to get back in the game?
I think they're right there, and I think this game is still up for the taking for them because we always talk about turnovers. They had 2 of them in the first half, and once you start talking about if you have 3, 4, or 5, you know it's beyond difficult to try and win a football game with that. Those have to be eliminated. If they take care of the ball, they've still got a shot.
And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. Taking matters into his own hands, and he picks up 4 yards and a first down. Looking to throw. Jones escaping the pressure right. And oh my goodness, here's a 5th interception. Picked off by Emmanuel Forbes. And the Commanders will have the football as this is taken up past the 30. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And their defense just helped them out by getting the football back on the opening drive here in the second half. And now can the offense follow through with points on their first possession?
And that's a big one for them because after the work the defense has done, they've got a chance here to open up this lead.
Here's a give to Gibson. And he'll get up near the 45. They'll spot it at the 44. 70 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon.
2nd and 2 is prime time for a little bit of a gamble, isn't it? Open up the playbook, go play action, toss that bad boy deep. But in this situation, go ahead and give it to your back. Let him pick up a first down. Keep the sticks moving.
Hal to the air on 1st and 10. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by Xavier McKinney. And the Giants are going to take over once again at their own 25-yard line. That is now 7 interceptions between last week and this week. 3 in this game, 4 a week ago.
And I saw the head coach write on his play sheet, make a little note. I hope he's writing self-scout. Bring in the guys that scout games for you with a different eye and watch him and see what's going on, and maybe they can pick up what the flaws are, and hopefully they can correct them.
And he'll be out of bounds right at the 40. And now we're going to get a timeout called by the Washington defense. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter.
Half 18, half 18.
That's out quickly to Hyatt. So nothing doing there, and it's second down. And the offense moving quickly to the line.
No gain on the play. Second and 10.
Back to throw now on second and 10. Flushed out right. Well, I took a real chance with that one, but it's incomplete.
Well, defensively, they haven't let him just sit in the pocket and get comfortable, and that's opposite a lot of game plans in today's NFL. Ordinarily, you're trying to keep the quarterback hemmed in. In this case, they brought the heat, and if he flushes out, they're fine with that, and they force another incompletion.
They had the incomplete pass on second down. Now they need a big play here, third and 10. Back to throw. Jones. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And they're going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at Washington's 33. Inside 4 minutes to go, third quarter. They'll look to throw again. And now here is another interception. And he will take this across midfield and down to the 48-yard line.
The Commanders take over first and 10 at the 48-yard line.
Now, Hal's going to mix it up here. A give running right, Gibson. And now they're going to get him down right at the line of scrimmage. Third quarter of a tight football game as we come up on a second and 10. And Hal will throw it. He'll get this into the hands of Antonio Gibson. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. The catch and run, good for 24 yards.
A lot of times the key is just get him the ball and let him do his thing, and they got it out to him on the left side, and he did exactly that. Excellent run after the catch.
Straight ahead, it's Robinson. He'll get this down to the 21, just on the edge of the red zone.
Give credit to the defense for stringing that play out, and they gave up no cutback angle. You know he was trying to dart through. No place for him to go. A nice job there, only giving up a 3-yard gain.
Here's second and 7. Hal down to throw it. Touchdown! Terry McLaurin from 21 yards away. And the Commanders go up by 2 touchdowns. Extra point attempt to come here. It's good, and it is now 21-7.
Makes the score. Commanders 21, Giants 7.
Kick team out there for the Commanders as they send this one away. Sims going to go ahead and hold on to this one, and they'll start at the 25.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33. Throwing Jones. And his throw here's incomplete.
Well, we've talked about it, CD, but it bears repeating. They are struggling to throw the football. All the interceptions and more incompletions. It just doesn't look like things are in sync out there.
I would agree with that, and it's not a good day when you feel like an incomplete pass is almost a win for you because it wasn't intercepted. And I think the receivers now, when they're running their routes, they want to catch the ball, but they also want to make sure that the defenders don't take it away.
There he goes left side. And all the way in. Touchdown, New York. Paris Campbell, 67 yards. And the Giants have got it back to within a score. Lutz with the extra point. And they're back within a touchdown at 21-14. This game back within a touchdown now as the kickoff's away.
The return man down to a knee, and this will come out to the 25-yard line.
The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll.
Pretty important third quarter drive for them. Momentum has sort of shifted the other direction after that last touchdown as they nurse this small lead. They'll start on the ground with Gibson. And a short pickup to about the 27. It'll be 2nd down.
And they're going to speed things up here.
2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and 8.
Powell changing the play here.
And now the Giants will stop play as they take a timeout defensively. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter.
Here's a 2nd and 8. Gibson again.
And oh, he sheds a tackle. Now he's got some space.
Antonio Gibson.
And he is into the end zone for a Washington touchdown.
Antonio Gibson with his 6th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Commanders will add on to their lead here in the final minute of the third.
That's a pretty quick response to that last touchdown drive, and it seemed like they had maybe given up momentum. Not so fast.
No, not at all, because they end up pushing the lead up once again, and you're exactly right. Thought momentum might have been shifting. Instead, they grabbed old Mo, didn't let him get to the opposite sideline.
Point after, right down the middle, and the lead now up to 14. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away.
Here's Sims now from his end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive.
And right now, Charles, it just feels like they're trying to keep pace. They did score the touchdown last time out, but they still trail by double digits here. We'll see if this offense is once again up to the task.
Yeah, and I think that after the last drive, they've gotten pretty revved up, don't you think? Everything they were doing was working pretty well. They go back out there with the same mindset, play at the same tempo and the same pace. Still a lot of time left to make something happen in this one.
He finds his man, complete. It's Gray. And they're able to get this one across the 35. 13 yards, good for a Giant first down. We have played 3 quarters. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. Welcome back now here in East Rutherford. It's the Giants with possession of the football but needing points as we start quarter number 4. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Looking to throw. Jones. Hyatt there to grab it. And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. 12 more yards there and another first down.
All right, this is the time of the game where they're down a couple of scores, and they've really got to get some yards in chunks, and they know the defense doesn't want to give those up, but they've got to find a way to take them anyway.
Now the question is, can they string a few of those together? From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. They're going to hurry back to the line now. Now they'll change things around before the snap. Throwing on 2nd and long. Jones. And an off-balance throw there, and it's going to wind up incomplete. He started out having some troubles back in the first half connecting with his receivers. Really hasn't gotten a whole lot better.
Yeah, he's at less than 50%, and you and I both know that just won't do. So I would think about spreading things out, putting it on the receivers, make them win those one-on-one battles on the perimeter, and find their way open.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And this is dropped. Oh, it's incomplete. He had a big gainer in his sights, but he could not reel it in.
Oh, I don't know if he's sensing contact to come or what, but that's a ball he'd love to have back. That could have gone for big yardage, but it just didn't want to stay in his hands. That's a tough break.
Here's Jamie Gillen now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. His first punt, 48 yards. This one looks equally as good. And deep in his own territory, he coughs up the football. Oh, and one of the linebackers has got it.
And that's what friends are for.
Right. As the returner, you know who you're buying dinner for later.
Oh, without a doubt, because he just took care of you and your team in a big way. You know, you turned it over there. That's a big momentum changer and put your defense in a bad spot.
Faking the handoff. Howell. That's to the right sideline, and it falls incomplete.
There's a quarterback who's learned his lesson. He's thrown a few interceptions so far. That time he said, I'm making sure nobody catches this one.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. Here's Howell. That's out to the flat for Gibson. They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves them with 3rd and 9 looming.
Well, offensively, that's the mismatch that you want. You want to force a linebacker to try and cover your back out of the backfield, out in some open space. But linebackers nowadays, they run like backs, and they take a lot of pride in covering. What a nice play he made there in the open field.
This offense so far on 3rd down, they've only converted once in 4 tries. This is 3rd and 9. A give to Gibson running right. And he'll be just shy of the 20 at the 19 as he goes out of bounds. 3 yards won't be enough here as that'll bring up 4th down. They won on 2 fronts there, so to speak, Charles. Not only they stop him short of the first, they get him out of bounds and stop the clock.
Yeah, they won. The offensive guys lost because they wanted to stay in bounds and have that clock run or force you to use timeouts. Instead, the defense won, as you mentioned, on both fronts.
On the return is Sims. It'll be a 44-yard punt, 6 on the return. And it'll be Giant football 1st and 10. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. Their defense was able to force the punt. That's the good news. But this is still a 2-score game, and they need points on this drive and in a relatively quick manner. So the completion results there in 9 yards, and it'll bring up a 2nd and short.
Brings up 2nd and a yard at their 49-yard line.
On the run, this is Gray. And he'll take it down shy of the 45 at the 46. Looking to speed things up here, going with some tempo. Now Jones. And my goodness, another interception. Picked up by Deion Jones, the linebacker. And the Commanders are going to take over once again at their own 25-yard line. Now 1st and 10 here for Howell and the Commanders at their own 25-yard line. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And he powers through the first wave, but he's going to be swallowed up behind the line of scrimmage. After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11.
A loss of a yard brings up 2nd and 11 at the 25-yard line.
Howell going to audible to something else. On 2nd down, here's Gibson again. He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31. And quickly, they get to the line.
A gain of 6 yards. And it's 3rd.
Not liking the look. They'll change the play. Now Howell. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he's going to have a Commander's first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
And that pickup of a first down, that's going to leave a mark because they really needed to stop them there, didn't they?
Oh, so frustrating. Defensively, you're a play away from getting that football back here down late. Tough.
Now they've got to find a way to create a turnover or takeaway. Otherwise, this one will probably get away from them.
So it's Commanders football as we get back to it. And the scoreboard on their side, they're just looking to melt away these final couple of minutes and put this one in the left-hand column. The play fake, and now here's how to throw it. Wide open receiver complete. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop him. 39 yards there, a big one.
And the offense is saying to itself right now, only they were all this easy because he was wide open. And once he made the catch, plenty of room to work his way downfield. That was a breakdown on the defensive side of the ball, one that they want to fix immediately.
5 points of contact necessary at this stage as they'll run on first down. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
At the 15-yard line.
And they'll run it here. Oh, and this one may need to go back to the drawing board. He's going to be swallowed up right away. We'll get an injury stoppage, and it appears to be the wideout, Jahan Dotson. He's the one shaken up. Tough spot here, 3rd and 18, following back-to-back running plays that went in the wrong direction. Now they go play action with Howell. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Let's give this defense some credit now. They let the guys get downfield, but when push came to shove, they stood their ground, and now they'll likely force a field goal attempt.
And the 11-year veteran bangs it through, and that will extend their lead even further. So that not just important in the fact that it widens their lead, but really that was a textbook job of just hanging on to the football.
And we know all the time that coaches talk about time of possession. Sometimes it's a stat that doesn't matter much, but in this drive, it matters a lot. They want to reduce time and score points and lock this game down.
And he returns this to the 22.
The Giants take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And you see a lot of frustrated faces as they are inching closer to a 4th straight loss. But now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete. What we just saw there, that's really been a common theme all afternoon.
A lot of pressure. That forced the errant pass. He's been under duress this entire afternoon. He just had to unload that one. He's fortunate it was just incomplete and not intercepted.
So after the incompletion, 2nd and 10 from the 22. Off the play fake. Jones. That one finds Hyatt. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. 7 catches for him now, and this last one, a 1st down. Clock management, definitely critical here if they want to get back in this game.
Absolutely agreed. They have to up the tempo in this case, down a couple of scores. Want to make sure they have a chance to win this ball game.
Hyatt has got it. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. Another 1st down as he went right back to the same well, this time for 17 yards. Well, those are the types of plays they probably wish they had made more of in the first 3 quarters. And this deficit going to be